And there we found ourselves, in the deepest, darkest forest you could ever imagine. There was only 5 of us, against the oppressive darkness and the creature that might have lurked within. But we were not afraid, as fearsome as the monsters of the forest might have been. We knew that we could rely on our power, our experience, and of course, our camaraderie. We had been searching for hours now, and the sunrise was not far off. We needed to move quickly, because if our prey really was a bloodsucker, then they might escape our righteous fury. It was then that we finally noticed it. In silent understanding, we nodded to each other and moved to close our formation, because it was far too quiet. Not a sound could be heard. No animals or even insects. A clear sign of a powerful predator being present, probably stalking us already. When I noticed a slight gleam close by, I went to investigate, readying my crossbow. And when I heard rustling from the bushes to my right, I whipped around as fast as possible, but it was too late. Bang! In the blink of an eye, the creature had already tried to jump me. But what I heard was not the hissing or snarling of a beast, but the sickening crack of bones breaking. And what I saw was not the fangs and claws aimed at my neck, but the back of our newest hunter, Ember. In that moment, right before I took what might have been my last breath, Ember closed the distance in a flash as they noticed the creature, and with all their strength, smashed their fist into the side of its skull. At this display of martial prowess, the other creature was perplexed to say the least, giving us the opening we were looking for, to finally put it down as well. And as we stood victorious, the sun began to rise in the distance, signaling our triumph over the darkness, as if the goddess herself deigned us worthy to congratulate us. So drink, eat, and celebrate, for tonight you may sleep just a tad more soundly, because we are here to protect the good people of Preels and drive back the creatures of the night. To the merrily... I'm alright, not to worry. Please tell me you didn't see that last part. You could have just lied, you know. So, did you like my story? Exaggerated? No way, that's exactly how it happened. Mostly. You gotta let me have some artistic freedom, alright? Can't exactly tell the people of this fine town how our newest hunter ripped a full-grown vampire limb from limb pretty much barehanded. Quite literally bathing in their blood, all while having the coldest, most unnerving stare in their eyes that I've ever seen. Also, please keep the hood on. We don't want to unnerve anyone. Your eyes and skin color are rather telling. Come on, you know how I mean it. You've seen how the others look at you. They were shocked at first, sure, but the way they celebrated after you returned to normal, so to speak, was absolutely genuine. You're a hunter now, And like it or not, you're already quite popular among your comrades. Word travels fast these days. It's only a matter of time until people around here know your name too. Especially once we take out the rest of those freaks. So, we gotta write the story before rumors start, you know? Besides, as you might have noticed, we aren't exactly the best funded company around. So we're always counting on local contributors. Don't be so blunt all the time. We're not broke. Are you still mad that you didn't get a new weapon? I know Pearl's old steel bracers are too large for you. But since you seem to prefer hand-to-hand combat, or rather, claw to claw, I think you're doing fine with them, won't you? Excuse me, we didn't order these. Oh, from an admirer? Well, thank you very much then. See, that's exactly what I mean. A little tale of heroics here and there is what these people need. And here's the proof. A fresh mug of ale for each of us. Just when I was out, too. That's what I call good service. Well, vampires don't really drink or eat anything besides blood. So I don't know if you can get drunk. They're resistant to most poisons. But alcohol? No clue. I say let's give it a try. Might even lighten that ever so sullen mood of yours a little. Yes, you are. Look, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. But I've been doing this stuff for a while now, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you need to celebrate all your victories. We tend to ignore small victories altogether, yet the small setbacks upset us greatly. They nibble on our self-consciousness, and if you let them, they'll do irreversible damage. It's an all-too-human reflex. And if you don't celebrate from time to time, if you never feel like you truly accomplished something, then this job, no, this world is gonna swallow you whole. Listen to me, getting all serious again. I'd say it's your fault, really. I think you got this aura or something. Are you sure you don't have a talent for magic? You let loose. Now that's a sight to behold. In fact, I think we want to see that right now. On 3, we empty our mugs. Of course I'm serious. Or are you too uptight and proper for that? Oh, you're on. Barkeep, we're gonna need a refill soon. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah. Now that's more like it. Oh. And it seems we're in the country's fastest tavern, too. Thank you. And she left before I could pay her. Well, it seems like we're getting more free drinks. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Ooh. Bam! Oh, that's the stuff. All right, I'm gonna need a short rest here. And don't even think you won. I've just been drinking a whole evening already. Oh boy. I think I should have eaten more than that apple today. Mm. Oh. No, I'm fine. Just a bit bloated is all. Could we just talk about something? Anything? You want to know about the others? Well, you already know the boss. And you met Senta. Oh. Did you know that Senta is actually her real name? Pretty much all of us use nicknames for various reasons. Since she's the boss's lieutenant, she has certain privileges, so to speak. But the main reason is that she joined us of her own free will. Not sure. She always says, you can learn anything new from old books. Guess she likes to make her own experiences. And seeing how she specializes in vampire science, it kind of makes sense, you know? I know it's not called vampire science. Give me a break. Maybe Sengusen studies. Well, all I know is that she finds vampires fascinating. Oh, come on, that was funny. Anyway, back when the military put together our company, Cinna quit her cozy job as a librarian at the guild and joined up. Although there was considerable protest for her higher-ups. Guess she was bitten by curiosity? No? You're no fun. The other scouts. Oh, well, have you met Fade? Since we're a small group this time, we only brought the 2 of you. He's our day scout. Short guy. Pretty leaf. Always has his hood up. The twins told me he's a half-elf. But I think they're messing with me. As revenge for asking them if they're dwarves. Elves haven't been seen for dozens of years now. Most people think they're extinct at this point. Besides, Fate can't seem to figure out the concept of using a bow. That's not very elf-like, right? Yeah, he is very reliable. I think he got caught stealing something from a temple. And it must have been pretty valuable if they sent him to us for repentance. Really good at sneaking around, too. But doesn't like fighting. I know, and I mean he will fight if there's no other option. But he's just not very good at it. If you want to see a fighter, just wait till you see Pearl in action. That girl is no joke. Well, let me tell you, did you see the axe she's always carrying around? Oh, simply humongous. Nope, that's not for wood. It's for chopping people in half. Which is a terrifying sight, to be honest. Even more so when you realize how much of a sweetheart she is. I mean, look how she reacted when you said your weapon broke. She was all like, "Oh, poor thing. I know how sad it is to lose a good weapon. I got something for you." And she gave you her old brasses. She is very honest. To a fault, actually. And she will defend her comrades with everything she's got. It's a bit of a sad story. I'll spare you the details. But essentially, Pearl lived with her parents on the outskirts of a little village. She's such a caring person in general. But she has a particular soft spot for kids. And the village kids loved her as well. Pearl was a legend among them. The friendly giant woman living in the woods kind of thing. She knew all of the local kids by name. And she sometimes made little jewelry for them. Nothing fancy, but a bit of a string woven in a cute pattern or some leather band with a shiny stone. It was a poor village, of course. And their lord was cruel. And suddenly, one of the kids went missing. Everyone searched for days, but not a trace of them was found until one day, when the Lord visited the village to play a little harass the innocents, Pearl realized he was wearing a peculiar bracelet. Was peculiar about it was that it seemed to be of a very simple make. A little leather band with a singular glass pearl in the center. And what happened next was not much different from what you did to that vampire a couple nights ago. And the only reason she wasn't executed on the spot was that the bishop got involved. An investigation was called, and the king's men uncovered that what the Lord had done. Yeah, an investigation was called, and the king's men uncovered what the Lord had done. They couldn't make it public for fear of possible consequences. But they didn't want to end her life for killing that despicable monster as well. So they sent her to us. I guess the bishop also had a soft spot for kids. In a good way, that is. Yep, told you before, didn't I? The boss knows how to pick 'em. All the others have stories like that. Some were rightfully convicted, but had reasons that make you question the sentence. Others, such as yourself, we're just dealt a bad hand. And now that you got me all serious and sober again, admit it, you are a wizard. The joy-sucking kind. Maybe that's it. You don't suck blood, you suck happiness. You know it's a joke. And the fact that you're insulting me back instead of getting all withdrawn makes me really happy. I feel like you're finally opening up a little. And it makes me so happy to see your personality come out. Because from what I've seen so far, you're pretty great. Why, thank you so much, my gallant hero. Honestly, thank you again for saving us out there. Don't know who'd have made it here if it weren't for you. I am completely serious. Because believe it or not, that situation was pretty dire. We didn't expect to get ambushed by 2 vampires at once. And I almost got taken out immediately. If it weren't for this stupid leg. if I hadn't tripped on a root like an idiot. It might have been different. But that was my failure. We might have been able to drive them off under normal circumstances, but not without casualties. You know what was different? You were. As much as it shook me to see you fight, you jumped in and saved us in the nick of time. If you hadn't been there. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, thank you. Not just for saving my sorry ass or the others, but also for not giving in to despair. You really made a difference that night. And I'm grateful that you decided to not give up on life. To find your own way of making these monsters pay. And look at yourself. A full-fledged monster hunter. Ready to defend the weak and the downtrodden. Hey, that night in the woods when you took out that vampire, I looked into your eyes when the fight was over, but I didn't know what to say. You looked like you were ready to pounce at a moment's notice. Then suddenly it seemed like you calmed down. You visibly relaxed, took a deep breath, and suddenly you were you again. Did you already manage to control yourself when you're in that mental state? Not completely then. I figured as much, but I gotta ask. How did you manage to come to your senses? You remembered the night we saved you? How did you accomplish that exactly? You told me that your mind goes blank when you get into that state. It's because you saw me. Well, I guess seeing your comrade does have a calming effect, huh? Earlier that night, when I did tell you to think of a special memory, didn't I? But listen. No. I do feel like I have to say something. Ember, I have certain feelings for you. It might be the alcohol giving me the confidence to speak my mind, but I do mean it. I feel like those feelings are mutual. There's a lot more I want to say to you. A lot more I want to do. But I cannot forget my duty. As much as I want to explore this, there's so much I don't know or understand about you. I'm sure you notice that I'm a bit carefree sometimes, and that I talk a lot. But I also keep a certain distance from my comrades. And that is no coincidence. I have my own history, and what I really need is someone who is patient with me. Someone with the patience to get to know all of me, and who will let me learn all about them. And I need time for that. I guess you're right when it turns out that you're ageless like other vampires, then time is the thing you have more than anyone else. I'm guessing whether you're willing to give that time to me. If you can be patient, and if you also want to learn about me, all of me, and if you really are sure that you want this too. Thank you. Now that I got that off my chest, I guess there's no problem then. Come on then. The night's gotta be short. Tomorrow we're collecting intel. Remember? What do you mean, where to? Upstairs. I thought that was pretty clear. But if you don't want to, then... That's what I thought. There's still so much we need to learn about each other. Let's take this slow, alright? That means no biting. Come on.